let's talk Art Deco. Because I have a very handsome book in front of me called Art Deco London with lots of very, very handsome Art Deco buildings in it. It's essentially a photo book, but with lots of information as well. And it's a bit of a labour of love by the man sitting opposite me. He's a Swiss photographer, although he's also a Londoner and has been for a long time now. And he's called Franco Forla. He's the author of Art Deco London. Franco, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So, did this come out of your own passion for Art Deco?
Not really, actually. I had a book out for the same publisher, Amberley Publishing, that was called London's Riverside in Photographs. And that was me approaching them. They took it over. Took a long time to come out because of the pandemic. And while we were waiting for it to be published, they approached me if I was interested in another project. Right. And they proposed Art Deco.
Now, you see, when I think of Art Deco in London, I can think of a few instances, very obvious ones, some wonderful underground tube stations and a few, but I didn't realise just how much Art Deco there is, because it's not all concentrated in one place, is it?
No, it's all over the place. And when I approached that project, I didn't really know much about it.
Right.
So it took me a long time to get a list of buildings together, and then I travelled all over London to places I've never been before, and some I will never go back. But it's been an incredibly interesting project.
And how did you define Art Deco for the kind of parameters of this book? Did you? Because as you said, there's no official sort of definition.
It's partially when the building was built, and then you research, and there's a lot of these buildings are listed, and there you find out if it's Art Deco or not. So there's quite a lot of. Once I had the photos, there was quite a lot of research went in later on, and find a little story about it.
You said it took you to parts of London you might not have been to, because quite a lot of it is not in the centre, is it? It's on those sort of newer 1920s and 30s suburbs.
Yeah, there you have obviously a lot in Brentford on the Golden Mile.
Yeah.
There's one building after the other there. Before that, I've never been in Brentford. I now have friends who live there. I go more often. And then it's all around London and central London. You have a few here. You have all many theatres, many cinemas.
I mean, some of the one like the Telegraph building on Fleet Street that is extraordinary.
Yeah, you have that. You have the Daily Express,
the Express building.
So there's buildings. There's in the city. You have a few. The Adelaide building, right by the river, which used to be the tallest building in the city, and now you can hardly see it.
And some of them are big grand buildings, but there's also some quite modest ones, aren't there? Little garages and things like that.
You have that. You have some which used to be small cinemas or small theatres. You have some private. I only included 2 private houses in it, but you had that as well.
And apartment blocks, there's not many of those, are there?
Oh, no, there's a surprising amount as well, yeah.
Are there?
Yeah, there's...
I mean, the Isacon's the most famous, I guess.
That is one. That's actually one of the smaller ones, but you have the Marsham House, I think it's called. It's
Marsham Court.
Marsham Court, which is near Westminster, so lots of politicians.
And then there's the one I live in the Barbican, and just around the corner from us, there's the one that is always in the Poirot films.
So that's in it. That's
I can't remember what that's called. I'll tell you one building I wanted to ask you about, because it's a building I've been to many, many, many times and never even thought that it's Art Deco. But now I've seen it in the book, I've kind of, I've had to readjust my notion, which is Mortlake Crematorium. Now all my family are buried in Mortlake.
Okay.
So I don't go there as often as I should.
Along with Tommy Cooper.
Yes, absolutely, Tommy Cooper. Yeah. But I go and see my mum and my dad and my granddad and all my family are pretty much buried in Mortlake Cemetery.
Okay, yeah.
And I look at it, because it's not traditional Art Deco, is it? It's a sort of different
stuff.
But
it is, it seems, yeah. And I wish I could say take my word for it, but don't. But I think it is. I think
it is as well, looking at it now. It's a remarkable building. How did you go about photographing all of these places? You always seem to have got sunny days, for example.
Well, I tried. That's why it took nearly 2 years for the book to finish. Well, apart from that, I spend a lot of time traveling as well. I do other photography.
Yeah.
So I try, or I go early in the morning, or for someone, there's man from the Art Deco Society, Art Deco London.
Yeah.
He wrote a really nice review about it, and he pointed out that there's no cars in. And that's, sometimes I use long exposure photos, so the cars just drive through and you can't see them then afterwards.
Wow. So you got your.
It's on a tripod, and you just.
And do you manage, when you were doing the book, did you manage to get lots done in one day, or would some days just be one photo?
It's very often just one. It's sometimes you get more than one, but then the other problem was, sometimes I could have taken more if I would have known that there's another building right behind it. So I went to North London. I live in Southwest London. I went so many times because you stumble over these things. The list, since I started this book, and this is AI, strangely, the list is now much easier to find. Because whenever I Googled Art Deco, it's now happening. So the list they are much easier to find now, these buildings.
Because the thing I was saying about it's often blue skies, because sometimes these buildings look like they could be in, well, not quite Miami, but there is that almost sort of tropical feel to some of the architecture, isn't there?
Well, London, you live in London, it's not always raining.
No. That's a bit of a myth.
Yeah, it is a bit, yeah.
Do you have any particular favourites?
Well, the building that probably surprised me most was the Bus Bingo Hall in Tooting.
I don't know it.
It's more for the interiors than for the exterior, but I mean, it's a bingo hall, and it's just unbelievable. And it used to be.
I'm looking at the pictures; they're incredible.
And it used to be, I think, a cinema first, and it became a venue for concerts, and you name it. So the Beatles, the Stones, Frank Sinatra, they all played there. And now it's a bingo hall.
But at least it's been preserved, and that's true.
It's
quite
for
a lot
sale
of
for
those.
$6 million.
Oh, is it really?
But it's still,
Well, maybe we can club together.
Yeah, well, but then, when I had the book launch, I joked about this, and I said that I know so many people with fake hips and new knees now that we are the next bingo generation. So it's quite nice to have a nice place to go.
It's a very handsome book with some very beautiful buildings in it. And
Thank you very much.
It's made me want to go and visit parts of London that I've probably never been to before.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, there's a map at the back, so you can.
It's called Art Deco London by Franco Fowler. Who's it published by?
Amberley Publishing.
And it's Christmas is coming, by the way.
Exactly.